Rome builds a frontier fort. Mamucium is born, cold and far from the empire's heart.
Cold and far from the empire's heart. 80 AD, auxiliary soldiers arrive from Africa, Spain, and Germany. Wooden walls rise in endless northern rain. 81 AD, a small civilian village grows outside the fort gates. Traders and families gather at the edge of Rome. 120 AD, bathhouses, steam, grain mills turn. Life feels steady. Mamucium survives as a quiet outpost. 200 AD, the fort is rebuilt in stone, meant to last forever. But Rome's power is already fading. 410 AD, the legions withdraw, leaving Britain behind. Stones remain, but the city's pulse disappears. 500 AD, Manchester fades into obscurity after Rome's collapse. Only ruins and broken roads mark the land. 700 AD, a small Saxon settlement likely returns near the old fort, but records vanish into darkness. 1086 AD, the Domesday Book barely mentions Manchester at all. It is only a minor manor in the northwest. Duxtantis dushimtai, Dvideshimt antras metai. Permission is granted for a market to be held. Trade begins pulling the town slowly upward. 1300 AD, a parish church rises where Saxon chapels once stood. The town remains muddy, small, and surrounded by marsh. 1400 AD, Manchester holds perhaps 1,500 souls. Wool and cloth work quietly sustaining. 1500 AD, textile skill spreads through cottages and workshops. A commercial identity begins to form. 1642 AD, civil war arrives and Manchester backs Parliament. Royalist forces attack, but the town resists. 1700 AD, cotton from overseas becomes England's new obsession. Manchester's future ties itself to a global empire. 1764 AD, the spinning jenny multiplies thread like magic. Industry begins escaping the home. 1769 AD, water frames and mills grow larger than cottages. Factories demand power, workers, and control. 1780 AD, brick cotton mills rise across Lancashire. Manchester transforms into something the world has never seen. 1801 AD, the population explodes towards 70,000. Smoke and steam remake the skyline. 1819 AD, tens of thousands gather peacefully at St. Peter's Field. Sabres charge into them, and Peterloo stains history. 1830 AD, the first modern passenger railway opens near Liverpool Road. Manchester becomes connected to the entire world. 1845 AD, Frederick Engels walks through the slums in horror. He exposes the brutal cost of industrial wealth. 1862 AD, the American Civil War cuts off cotton supplies. The Lancashire cotton famine brings starvation to workers. 1863 AD, Manchester's poor choose abolition over Confederate slavery. Lincoln calls their sacrifice sublime heroism. 1877 AD, a grand Gothic town hall rises above the factories. Manchester declares itself more than smoke and mills. 1900 AD, John Ryland's library opens like a cathedral of learning. Culture now stands beside industry. 1940 AD, German bombers strike in the Manchester Blitz. Fire falls from the sky, and the city bleeds. 1958 AD, the Munich disaster kills United's Busby babes. Manchester mourns, united in grief. 1960 AD, mills close, warehouses rot, decline spreads. The city that made the world feels forgotten. 1980 AD, music erupts. Joy Division, the Smiths, a new identity. Manchester's soul refuses to die. 1990 AD, Old industrial districts become apartments and nightlife. A modern revival begins in brick and glass. 2002 AD. Commonwealth Games regenerate East Manchester. The city steps boldly into the 21st century. 2010 AD. Media City rises in Salford. Tech replaces textiles. Manchester becomes young, fast, and global again.